The diner was exactly what a Friday night deserved. A symphony of clinking silverware, the smell of grease and coffee, and vinyl booths that had seen better decades. Sarah and Mark sat across from each other, the space between them filled by a shared basket of golden fries and 2 milkshakes. Chocolate for him, strawberry for her. "So," Mark started, dipping a fry into a puddle of ketchup with surgical precision. "Tell me the truth. How many times have you actually watched When Harry Met Sally?" "You said a dozen, but your eyes said 50. Sarah laughed, the sound carrying over the low hum of the jukebox. "Okay, fine. It's closer to 40. But it's not just the movie, Mark. It's the comfort of knowing that no matter how messy life gets, someone out there is making a choice to love someone else, even the parts that are high maintenance." Mark leaned back, watching her. The harsh fluorescent glow of the diner was softened by the way he looked at her. Not as a stranger from the aisles, but as someone he was beginning to memorize. "I get that," he said softly. "I think that's why I watch action movies. Everything is high stakes, sure, but there's always a clear hero. You know who to root for. Real life doesn't always have a script." "No," Sarah agreed, tracing the rim of her glass. "But tonight feels like a pretty good scene." They stayed until the closed sign was flipped, talking about everything and nothing. They talked about their first cars. Hers was a beat-up Corolla, his a temperamental Jeep. Their worst jobs, and the fact that they both unironically loved the smell of old libraries. The conversation flowed with the ease of a movie montage, skipping over the awkward silences that usually haunt first meetings. When they finally stepped out onto the sidewalk, the world felt different. The air was crisper, the streetlights brighter. They walked back toward the Blockbuster parking lot where their cars sat like lonely sentinels under the blue and yellow glow. Stopping at her driver's side door, Sarah felt a pang of nervousness. The movie was over. This was the part where the credits usually rolled. "I have a confession," Mark said, leaning against the car next to hers. "Oh no. You actually hate Meg Ryan?" "Worse," he grinned. "I already own Die Hard, on DVD and VHS. Sarah blinked, then burst out laughing. "You were standing in that aisle for 20 minutes holding a movie you already own?" "I saw you walk in," he admitted, his voice dropping an octave. "And I realized I'd been seeing you every Friday for 3 months and hadn't said a single word. I figured if I looked indecisive enough, maybe you'd pity me and give me a recommendation." Sarah felt a warmth that had nothing to do with the summer air. "You're a terrible actor, Mark." "But I'm a great listener," he countered. "And I'd really like to listen to your thoughts on the staff picks next week. Same time?" Sarah reached into her purse, pulled out a pen, and grabbed the only piece of paper she had, her Blockbuster receipt. She scribbled her number on the back, right under the bold text that warned, "All copies must be rewound." "Don't wait until Friday," she said, handing it to him. Mark looked at the paper as if it were a rare collector's item. "I won't. I'll call you tomorrow. We need to plan our double feature." As Sarah drove away, she caught a glimpse of him in her rearview mirror. He was still standing under the flickering neon sign, the receipt held carefully in his hand. A hero who had finally found his leading lady in the most unexpected of places. The credits weren't rolling. The sequel was just beginning.